So starting the test drive in this 3500 HD dually, it's certainly a big boy, but that's what you expect out of something that can tow 22,500 pounds. But it's just a little wider in the back, nothing too crazy. But you definitely can't whip this thing around corners like you could a normal car. But pretty glad this is broken in because I'm gonna put my foot into it. We'll definitely put our foot to the floor getting on the interstate. And here we go. So definitely gets up to speed pretty quickly. And it has a presence. Of course, it's a 3500 heavy duty truck. But it's just something about the Duramax diesels. They just sound so good when you put your foot into them. They idle so nicely. It feels like a big rig when you're driving it. Now the ride quality is certainly choppy, but with this being a Denali, the seat feels good. You have heated, cooled capability there. I feel like I'm in a luxury truck, so the ride doesn't bother me as much as it might if I were in, let's say, a work truck version or something like that. But I mean, the power is definitely here. It's just, even with it being a full-size heavy-duty truck, it's still fun to drive. Just having this powertrain. Now this is still a 56, 57 grand truck. Just because the diesels hold their value so well. Just in terms of reliability, not worrying about engines necessarily going out. Because they're diesel powertrains, they're expected to hold up like your 18-wheelers, things of that nature that can get 800, 900,000 miles on an engine and transmission. Because these are meant to work. But still, I mean, it beats getting a new Denali, because something like this is probably, where it used to be 70, 80 grand for something like this new, you're getting closer to that 90. And then if you're looking at a Denali Ultimate, over $100,000. So I mean, this one is still in great shape, drives nicely, everything's kind of up to par here. So I mean, for the money, it's not bad. But compared to the Ford F-Series, I think around this year, they were about neck and neck when it came to tech. I feel like GM always had the upper hand with making sure a bunch of these newer models had Apple CarPlay, Android Auto before a lot of us even knew what that was. And it's just funny, in some of the newer models that GM's offering, they're trying to take that away. And of course, with navigation systems, pretty much everybody has a subscription service. But it's really the best way to get people to pay for that, because we all use our phones with CarPlay, Android Auto. So why would we need a subscription for navigation? But all in all, I think this is a good package still, especially if you want something that's nice. And let's say you want a 16 that has all the bells and whistles, as opposed to a 20, maybe even a 22 that has nothing on it. This is a good way to go. But it's still a pretty capable truck, any way you want to use it. And this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2016 GMC Sierra 3500 HD Denali.